Hello everyone, welcome to the first devlog. So, I'm basically going to show off my engine in this devlog series, if it ever continues. I know I get that it's not really the most interesting topic for 90% of people, or at least most of people, but for me this is interesting and I like it, and I'm partially proud, not really proud, but I'm partially proud of my engine, and I just want to show off what it can do each week. Hopefully, that will be like the what I'll try to shoot for. But yeah, so some things that I'm actually doing in the engine or in the coding is
Bruh. Bruh.
like absolutely
Bruh.
okay. Like it's completely fine if you want to rant about it, but just be constructive, or like at least try to be constructive rather than just saying, "Oh my God, it's so bad." If you try to add to it, it would be really nice. So in this first episode, I'm just going to create a quote-unquote game. It's not really a game; it's a project on the engine, and that will be done by coding. A GUI will be added later on once there is enough stuff to actually use. But for now, there's a tiny bit of a tiny amount of stuff that you can actually do with the engine. But nonetheless, it's cool, so I wanted to show it off. I've provided a demo in the description, which you'll be able to run. We just like play with. Alright, so I was just watching back the video, and I just realized that it might be confusing for some of you to actually download this and get it working. So I'll just do a quick run through that. So you don't click on any of these. You just click on the download button on the top right here. Click on direct download, and once that's done, you have a zip file. And after you have a zip file, you should create a new folder somewhere, and name it whatever you want. So if I go in here and get the zip file and drag it there, I can right click and click on extract here. And if you haven't created the file, the folder, and you're in your downloads folder and you don't really want to create it anywhere else, you can just click on extract to, and then whatever the file name is. So I'm going to click extract here because I've already created a folder, sorry. And there we go. Now I can delete the zip file, and everything should run fine. If you have any bugs and or any suggestions on how to improve this, yeah, just comment down below. The controls are WASD, and the arrow keys for changing the model on screen, and you can toggle the post-processing with F1. You can increase the bloom by F2 and decrease it by F3 by pressing F3, and you can press escape to so yeah, let's begin. I don't know what to name it, so I'm just gonna name it that. So you begin by creating a class and have game as its superclass, and the game is obviously this, and a full, not really full, but a tutorial is on the GitHub page, so if anyone actually wants to do this, they can do it by themselves. I'm going to add a component to the scene, which will be a camera component. And for that, it just takes in the graphics engine as a constructor. And now if we actually launch this, we'll just be able to see a black screen and nothing else. So the second thing that we want to do is the skybox, so we can actually see something. I'm gonna steal a bit of code and cheat by using this. Very cool. Alright, this is very dumb, by the way. Okay, I just realized something which is very, very stupid. In my game class, I create a new object and attach the component to it. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am, and I'm going to change that really quick. There we go. That should work better. I'm fucking retarded. I am very sorry. There. So we'll just copy this from there, and but yeah. So let's add a render component to the scene. We forgot one very important stage. So unfortunately, because you're coding and there's no automatic stuff that is happening with the game, you have to manually change the game that you're actually running. But this works for most things. Like it's really not that hard just to go in and change this. Like you've already coded the game. So for some reason it's not working. I'll copy this line, which basically just makes the engine able to print info. And I'm pretty sure the issue is just with the post-processing system, because it's so shit right now. And it basically just doesn't make, like, just doesn't post anything on the screen once there's no post-processing effects enabled. I think I know why our render component is not, it doesn't have its own. Now, just because of pure stupidity, I just got why our T-posing woman wasn't working. That took a lot of tries to say. I'm sorry. Yeah, and it's a bit big, so we need to scale that down. To do that, you need to actually separate it. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm way too lazy for that. So we're gonna add a component to the scene, which will be a directional light. You specify the direction. I want to. Once Eclipse stops being a piece of shit, you can finish your code and you will have a directional light in your scene. And now you can't even move around because you're not focused. Let's set up the controls. Our controls will be a simple closing the game if you press the escape button. And then another one, we're gonna use the mouse button this time, because if you click on the window, you should be able to focus on the window and you should be able to look around. So now, this should be able to work. I'm 99% sure that it will work, and it does. Cool. So cool. Yeah, this wasn't really worth it, but it works, and you can do a lot of things with this. I'll just demonstrate tiny thing. We'll just basically make the window turn, and it was called window opacity turn to 0.5 if the window is not focused. One more thing is the settings, which you can configure here in the main class. You can change the FOV, I'm retarded, FOV, the max FPS. And but the most important thing, and what I came here for, is changing the window state. So let's change that to windowed, and you can see here that it's normal. So for now, that is going to be it for this episode. That was really long, and I don't know how I'm gonna cut that down to be 5 minutes or so, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. If you want to check out the demo of the engine, you can check it out in the description. And if you want to go to the GitHub repository, it will be there as well. Any other social media stuff that nobody cares about, like Twitter or whatever, will be there as well. So yeah, it was very nice. Have fun. Hope you liked it. I doubt that though. I doubt anybody will be seeing this video, but bye, I guess.